Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Biff Bada Boom. We've got some big stories coming in tonight, but first we go live to our reporter in the field, Carb Avoidington, with more on the local squirrel who nearly lost it all. What do you have for us, Carb?
Thanks, Biff. I'm joining you today with the squirrel who claims to have nearly lost it all. So tell us your story.
Well, the earliest thing I remember was about 5 minutes ago, I was looking for these nuts I had buried. I could have sworn I'd buried them somewhere very near last winter, but alas, the search had grown much too far and much too long. Woe was me. I was considering even turning back. Alas. But then my accomplice, the pigeon, asked me what activities I anticipated to partake in for the day. A most devilish question, if I do say so myself. I desperately turned unto him to explain, but as I begat, a winter's worth of acorns and macadamias flooded out of my cheeks, along with a $5 bill, a silica gel packet, two German marks, a pop socket, and a $7 gift certificate to Little Caesars. The good grace of the hog was certainly upon me today.
Incredible. Anything else you'd like to tell the viewers at home?
Path to the math.
All right, thank you so much. This is Carb Avoidington reporting to you live from Central Park. Back to you, Biff.
What a startling turnaround for that little fellow. We now take you to what we have inside the White House as tensions amidst Joseph Biden's German Shepherd dog, Major, and current Vice President Kamala Harris. Now, many critics are questioning whether or not it's legal to change vice presidents this late into a term and without a proper election. But when interviewed, the president said, quote, "I'm Joseph Robinette Biden Jr., and I'll do whatever I want." Now, skeptics also question whether or not a dog would be intellectually capable of holding a position in government at any capacity, to which Major responded, quote, "Although it's true that the current vice president has multiple college degrees and is well qualified for the position, she has to actively try to demonstrate leadership and courage, whereas if I were vice president, as a German Shepherd, all of these qualities would run naturally in my blood." As if this debate was not enough already, critics are also questioning whether Major, the German Shepherd, had he been vice president, would be loyal to the United States, being both a German Shepherd and taking a firm anti government stance last week by dropping a massive shit in the main hallway of the White House. All around, this is truly a tricky situation that we've never seen before. We now go to ABC DEFG News's very own weatherman, Dominic N.D. Darko, with this week's forecast. Take it away, Domcom.
Thanks, Biff. As you can see, we have a pretty promising looking week over here, with temperatures in the mid to high 60s pretty much all week. Light showers on Friday and Saturday, and Sunday's going to be a tad colder, but nonetheless a nice 57 to get us started with our next week. Hold up, it looks like we forgot to fill in Wednesday's temperatures. Carry 18.
Given those other temperatures in and around 60 degrees all week, are you sure Wednesday's only going to be 18?
Yes, Biff, that is correct.
Well, folks, I guess you better bust out those coats and those mittens because it looks like Wednesday is going to be quite chilly.
yes, and remember, Thursday's gonna be harsh storms all day because you know what day it is. That's right, it's time for that good old spring rapture. Make sure when you go out, you grab those dusty old Bibles and holy water. After last year's less than perfect rapture display, we could be in for a big one. So please start preparing as soon as possible and start praying to God for your mortal soul. Back to you, Biff.
Thanks, Tom. Well, folks, you heard it here first. You're going to want to bust these out right about now because the good old spring rapture is coming once again. And you heard from Domcom that after last year's less than picture perfect performance, it's going to be a rough one. So, if you don't have one of these, you can pick one up at abcdefgnews.com for a very reasonable price. And word on the street is Jesus heard about your little Good Friday barbecue and he's not very happy. Well, anyway, you're the one going to hell, not us. So, we now take you to ABC DEFG News' very own Cliff Dabadoom with the impending changes coming up to the Mario Kart World Tour. Take it away, Cliff. Thanks, Biff. We're receiving reports about cancellation of all foreseeable future races of the Mario Kart World Tour. Now, for those of you who don't follow the sport, these racers are traveling all around the world to various COVID hotspots such as New York City, London, Paris, Los Angeles, and even Koopa Troopa Beach. Now, this tour decision wasn't an easy one, said tour manager Lakitu, and in a press conference just weeks ago, he said, quote, "We simply cannot continue to risk our drivers' health any longer. We apologize to our most enthusiastic fans, but this is a very real crisis right now." Now, this decision came after one of the drivers, named Wario, contracted a case of the COVID and fucking died. Now, Wario has died over 500 times to date, and at least 20 of those deaths have been COVID related. The tour's chief medical advisor, Dr. Luigi, said, quote, "I am unsure how many more lives Wario can afford to lose." However, not all drivers are pleased with this decision, as last week, in a phone interview with MKTV, Boomerang Bro said, and other drivers are more annoyed rather than desperate at this decision. As Toad tweeted just last Thursday, quote,
"I know that people are worried about COVID, but honestly, Wario has died so many fucking times and was so anti-mask that at this point it's almost just comical. Hashtag sorry, not sorry."
Now, many fans expressed their dismay for the cancellation of this season's World Tour, but many fans also understand why the decision was made and are looking forward to the possible change for next tour that maybe even Kamek, after sitting on the sidelines for so long, may make an appearance. Handing it back over to you, Biff. Thanks, Cliff. What a sexy beast. Well, folks, unfortunately, that's all the time we have time for tonight. From everyone here at the ABC DEFG News Station, I'm Biff Bada Boom, signing off. Good night, America.